Well, we're very excited. Again, this is the fun part. This is the time of the year where we get to play games and compete to win championships. We had a very long off season. After winning the national championship, we lost 7 players to the professional ranks. They're doing very well, but that left us with quite a void, 5 underclassmen. So we worked very hard in the recruiting process. I think we have an outstanding group of players coming in, joining us this fall. 16 new faces. So we've got our work cut out for us to put the pieces together, but I think that we've got a very talented group. And I think we've got a group that once we do put it into place, we'll be at the standard that we want to be at. We start here in a couple days, and we're looking forward to getting after it. And we got a lot of things to sort out, but I'm very confident that we will sort it out, and we're looking forward to it. The nice thing about, even though we lost 7 starters, we have 4 players returning who have a lot of experience and were an integral part in us winning the national championship. And they're right up the spine of our team. And so we'll have some new players out there, but these 4 players, I think, will form the backbone of this season, and will really, I think, have a huge impact on these new players, integrating them into the program. So, David Mavis, of course, has been a 2-year starter in goal. Expect him to be in there. He's got a couple other guys, new guys, goalkeepers, that will be breathing down his neck. But the nice thing about that is that will hopefully bring out his best, which I think is important in every position, that there is competition. Chad Barson, of course, a captain, again, another player, 2-year starter on the last 2 seasons, the teams that have been to college cups, of course, the national champion. Chad's been our rock in the back the last 2 years, and he'll continue to be a huge presence in the back line. Probably we've got 3 new players in the other 3 positions in the back 4, so Chad's presence will be crucial, and he will be one of our captains this fall. Scotty Caldwell had a great season last year, scored 6 goals, including the game-winning goal in the national championship game. We expect Scott to be the playmaker of our team, and to really dictate our attack, our rhythm, and our ability to create goals. A lot of our game, I think, on the attacking side will go through his feet. Scotty will most likely be in the attacking mid position. And then up top, of course, we return our leading scorer, Darren Maddox, who I think is one of the most lethal strikers in college soccer. Darren had a tremendous freshman year, scoring 18 goals, is one of the top scorers in all of college soccer. And we expect him to have another outstanding year, and again, wreak havoc on opposing teams' defenses. So if you look at our team, we've got really strong players, experienced players right up the gut, right up the spine, and then now it's a matter of putting the new guys in, and we don't know exactly how it's going to play out. We've got a very talented group, but that's the fun part. We get to kind of see who emerges. We'll give everybody an opportunity. And we have some returning players who haven't been starters who will have a chance, but then we also, again, have 16 new players who are going to be competing for those starting roles. So we're looking forward to seeing how that all plays out. But I feel very good about the group, the core group of returning starters in David and Chad and Scott and Darren. That it's easy to focus on what you lost, but with those 4 players returning, I feel like our team's in good hands. Well, certainly the scheduling component is a very important part of the season, and we don't schedule for easy wins. We schedule for 2 reasons. The first one is to have the best chance to get seeding at the end of the year, and the way the RPI works is you have to schedule top opponents in order to get high RPI. And we don't want to be getting in the tournament limping in. We want to be getting in at a healthy position, and so we need to schedule tough teams in order to have a high RPI. The other reason we do it is we want to be challenged. We feel like we have to play the best teams in the country if we want to have the chance to be the best in the country. and certainly this schedule is one of the most difficult that I've ever had. But I think it's good. It's exciting. Top players want to play the best teams. They want to play in good environments where there are crowds, where there's a good kind of buzz to the game, and they want to play against teams that play good soccer. And I think we have that with this schedule. And I have no doubt in my mind that we'll have a high RPI because of the schedule. Now we certainly need to get some wins out of the games, and I know that we will. But I also think there's no doubt that we will reach our potential and be playing our best soccer at the most important time of the year. And that's what the season's about. It's not about necessarily winning every game. It's about coming together, and it's about reaching our potential so that we're ready to make a run to win the national championship at the end of the year. And I think through this schedule, through the adversity, through the challenges that we'll have, and through the different environments that we'll face, the different styles of play that we'll face, we will be ready to make a run to win the national championship at the end of the year. Like I said, we might have a few bumps in the roads, we might have a few more losses than we've had in the last several years. We expect with the new group that there's going to be some time. There might be some growing pains. But let me be clear on this: we're gonna go into every game expecting to win, and you know, I think that we're going to win a lot of games this year. But we might have a few hiccups. But the good thing is our perspective, and this perspective that our players have is that it's about the big picture, and it's about again reaching their potential and being ready for the most important time, and that's the postseason. Some of the key games, some of the games that I think are going to be fun for the fans to watch, and certainly fun for our players to play. The first one's Cleveland State. This is a local derby. Cleveland State is the only team that's beaten us in the last 2 years. In the last 50 games, they're the only team that's gotten a piece of us. And I think it's fitting for us to start the year to play Cleveland State. And we've created quite a rivalry with them over the last several years. And you know, it's a game where really records go out the window. They know our players, we know their players, and a lot of their players were wanting to be at Akron, and that gives them a little bit extra edge. You know, in addition to the rivalry, we're going to be also playing the game to hopefully break the NCAA record for most consecutive home wins in a row. We're currently on 39, and that would be 40. So there'll be a lot of little, I think, motivations and sidebars and storylines that go into that game, and that's our home opener. So I expect our guys to be flying. Then we have a couple trips. We play Cal State, Fullerton, and Northridge out at the Northridge tournament. That's our first trip on the road. Those teams are very, very good teams, dangerous historically. Got some good players. Then when we come back and we open our tournament, and that's always a very neat tournament for our fans to see some of the top teams in the country. We open up with New Mexico, and that's a Fox Soccer Channel game of the week, so that'll be on national television, and New Mexico's a very good team, so that'll be an exciting game, and we're looking forward to that. Some of the other teams that are going to be coming into First Energy, Cub Cadet Field, Penn State will be coming here, Wake Forest will be coming here, Ohio State will be coming here, Wake Forest, did I mention them? I think I mentioned them, sorry. And then Michigan State as well. So some of the top teams in the country are going to be coming here and playing us on our home field. So we're gonna need your help. We're gonna need the fans' support. We haven't lost many games at home. In fact, we've only lost in the last 4 years. We haven't lost at all, and we've only lost 2 since I've been here in the last 5 years. So it's been a big part of our success. And then on the road, we have some tough games as well. We play Tulsa on the road. We play St. Louis on the road. We play Michigan on the road, which will be an interesting game because of us facing them several times last year, and in the national semifinals squaring off against them. So some of the best teams in the country we're going to be seeing this year, and we're very excited about it. Certainly that's one of the highlights of the year, and we knew when we scheduled that game that there would be a tough one. They're a team that is very difficult to beat at home, and we know that we'll get their best game. But it'll be I think, you know, a little bit nostalgic to be able to go back there and to play on the field where we won the national championship. They're claiming that there's going to be they're going to break the NCAA record with a crowd, so we could have 15,000 plus fans. And again, if you're looking at the philosophy behind our scheduling, we're not scared to play these type of teams, and I know that we're going to grow a lot from that game, win, lose, or draw. But we're going to be approaching it with certainly the mindset that we will expect to win, but we know that it's going to be a heck of a game, and we're really looking forward to it. And I know our players, the ones that were here last year, will be looking forward to going back and being back in the place where we brought home the national championship.